Okay, we have the green bars, we have the live counter sticking up, so we should now be live, which of course means welcome back to the Storytime Network. We're back with some more Persona 5 Royal.
Woot.
And we've 3 days until Futaba wakes up, or at least I think like 2 days until Futaba wakes up.
I'll just add this.
Why am I doing that? I kind of don't like the Persona 5 made the options button save, because in so many other games, that's the menu button. Still not the right button. I'm looking for the map. Kai, Makoto. Oh yeah, I think we realized that Makoto was literally the only option. Not a bad option, but the only option.
Yep. Do be like that sometimes.
I'm just gonna check quickly. What rank are we on for her? 5. Wow. Seems higher than I would think. Hi, Makoto.
Well, actually...
That's the point. You're not supposed to think I look cool and suave. You remember that we're not actually dating, right?
Do you have time to spend with me?
I mean, yes.
And you can say that.
What was that?
I mean, you can say you're not dating all you like, but people are going to think that.
Shall we go?
Look, again, I'm not unopposed to the idea, but, you know, I'd like us to be on the same page here. That Kiryu Kazuma suit-wearing motherfucker.
He does not do the suit justice.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, Well,
I mean, she is quite literally leaning as far away from you as possible, my dude. I don't think you can talk. God damn, he is a creep.
Yep.
That is a really creepy behavior.
excuse me.
Yes. Super important and shit.
Definitely the way I would phrase it. Sure.
Oh, on the subject of creeps, apparently the localization made us think that Teddy was far creepier than he actually is.
Yeah, something about him being a more childlike and mostly just imitating Yosuke's bullshit.
Yeah, a lot of his actually creepy stuff that isn't just mistranslations is just him copying Yosuke, which I feel like makes Yosuke look worse. Than he already was. Because, hey, we knew we had a fucking impressionable child living with us, and we did our best to, you know, help Nanako as best we could, Yosuke still was a pervert.
Yep. Fucking Yosuke.
I mean, it's a shame as well that, I mean, it was because the localization was crunched, apparently, which, you know, always bad. Please don't make people crunch. It's really bad.
Crunching never produces better work than non-crunch.
Yeah.
Oh, that is creepy as fuck. Also, what the hell? I will never understand people who just abuse emojis like that.
I mean, I don't understand people who text like this in this, you know, smartphone age.
Yeah. It's weird.
Like, I don't think there are contracts anymore that, you know, charge by the length of the text. I could be wrong, but I don't think there are.
A lot of times they just offer autocomplete too.
Thank you very much.
Which can often does get annoying, but still.
I do hate autocorrect sometimes, but I also realize that it's necessary because my fat thumbs are really not made for touchscreens. Like, I have tried to turn autocorrect off, and honestly, my writing comes out even worse.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't, I guess.
Yeah.
Shall we go?
I mean, it's just annoying that... And this is, you know, this is the limitation of artificial intelligence. You know, it's annoying when I type a word, it tries to autocorrect, and sometimes does just automatically. And I go, okay, no,
Right then.
go back, change it, tries to autocorrect it again. Go back, autocorrect it again. If I'm going back and changing it to the exact same thing 3 times, maybe that's the thing I want to write.
Yep. Out of all the ladies on the Phantom Thieves, Makoto gets by far the strongest ship tease.
Oh no,
Joker.
I would say certainly in base P5 she absolutely does. I think in Royal there is a good element of ship tease with Kasumi as well.
Yes.
But, you know, Makoto is definitely the, you know, the game's choice for Joker's romantic partner.
And you know what? The developer was probably smart to do that.
No, again,
'Cause
I really like Makoto, and I do think she has a really good dynamic with Joker.
Sometimes when a developer does that, it feels forced.
No. In Royal, the ship tease is very much split between 3 characters: Makoto, Kasumi, and Akechi.
Fucking knew you were gonna go with that.
I'm sorry, they made that relationship so much more homoerotic by adding in actual events for Akechi's social link.
You're not wrong, but
Like ridiculous amounts of homoeroticism. Like, there was some of it in base P5. Like, you could still do the "Hi honey, I'm home" thing, I'm fairly sure. But, like, by adding all of these events that genuinely feel like dates. Like, it's so hard to deny.
You're not wrong there. Like, basically all of the confidants with anyone similar in age to Joker, save for, Shinya, who is too young, basically, like, have at least some elements of ship tease to them. If you squint in some cases.
Yeah. I mean, Hifumi's is one that I think there is definitely some definite ship tease in there.
Yeah, Hifumi definitely.
I mean, Yusuke is there to an extent. I mean, it's just funny though.
Yusuke is... Yeah, Yusuke, it's mostly played for laughs. Few mistaken for gay jokes here and there.
But I don't feel like they're like mean-spirited though, is the thing.
No, they're just silly.
I mean, part of that is just because Yusuke is so fucking oblivious.
Yusuke is one of the most unserious people.
However...
Like, it's a close contest between him and Ryuji for who's the least serious of the Phantom Thieves.
Oh. Just littering then, okay. Cool. Oh yeah, I have found a mod that turns Persona 5, or allows you to engage in gay romances in Persona 5.
It, like, started here.
It's only on PC is the thing. That's the thing, is I don't think it's impossible, it's just very hard to mod games on PS4.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's something we maybe could have done if we'd played it on PC, but again, I'm really glad we don't have to worry about fucking social stats and grinding and all that shit.
This is easier.
This is all so much easier. This is so insanely easier. And I'm so happy about it.
Well then.
Ooh, another game from my wish list is on
Until
sale in Steam.
Oh yeah, Steam's trying to take our money again.
Oh, it's already taken some of mine.
I'm gonna have to look at my wish list to see what's on sale in there.
I think that makes pretty much everything that's actually out on my wish list that's on sale. Actually, no, there's one that came out, like, really recently, because I have a feeling 2K are gonna drag me back into the wrestling games.
No, Mill, don't give in! Don't give in! Stand proud, Mill. You're strong.
The most recent one sounds genuinely good. It's got a fucking huge roster.
God damn it. You're De Niroing it. You're De Niroing.
Like I said, I'm not gonna buy it until it's on sale, because I just don't have 50 quid to spend anymore.
Understandable.
I mean, I do, but I'd just rather not. I have the money. I have not a huge amount of savings, but I do have some savings. But it's a case of like, I don't want to deplete those savings just in case something happens.
What are you talking about, Mill? Nothing happened. You got Yusuke and On.
Yeah. Where are we at with those two?
I think you have On's a bit higher than Yusuke's, but I could be remembering wrong.
They are the exact same.
Do a coin flip.
Ugh. Let me find my grotty 60p. 60, 50p. God. Alright. Whose heads and whose tails?
Let's go with on his heads and Yusuke's tails, because the fox thing.
On it is.
Alright.
No. No. Actually, no, that's fine. Seven.
We'll just have to wait for now.
Let's do it.
Alright, chums, let's do this. I might have to turn down the volume on that one. Then again, it is supposed to be loud, because, you know, Leroy Jenkins.
But yeah, the game I got a notification for is fucking like Afterlife visual novel dating sim kind of thing.
Oh, fun.
So it's pretty interesting.
Visual novels are really fun, honestly.
Like, you get three choices of you can either go to heaven, go to hell, or stay in limbo. And you get different choices based on what you pick.
You get to do limbo dancing in limbo?
Don't think so. But you do get to lead a revolution.
Ah, yes, good old Viva la Revolution.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not the optimal choice here. And, you know, Joker thinks about nothing but boosting his reputation with his friends.
Hey. Let's go.
That was the one thing I was a little disappointed I didn't get to see in fucking when I went to Japan.
All right.
What?
The Sky Tree. Especially considering I think there was like this fucking One Piece exhibition going on there at the time.
What?
I mean, that doesn't sound easy.
Wow.
I actually did have to be very conscious of my weight when I was in high school because I was in wrestling. So there was a lot of conditioning involved.
Thankfully, rugby doesn't give a shit about that. Obviously, I had to, you know, stay fit, or as fit as I could be, but, you know, didn't have to watch what I ate or anything.
Well, if you eat a lot, you have to work it off, and, you know, that entails a lot of conditioning, which, you know. This chick is mean.
Like, I sort of get it. But,
I mean,
you know,
I kind of get it, but at the same time, there's no excuse for being an asshole.
No.
Especially a manipulative vassal like this.
Yeah. Oh, no, she's absolutely doing this for the, to sabotage Ann.
Yes. Wait.
You know, I'd be a lot more inclined to sympathize with Mika if she weren't, you know, a manipulative asshole.
Yeah.
Um. Hmm.
You are way too down on yourself. That is not the takeaway I would have had.
Hmm. Okay. What about your action movies?
Yes.
Face it, Tiger. You hit the jackpot.
Now we just need
Yes,
to
that is a...
Now we just need to find your eye.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
What was yours a reference to? Mine was pretty clear.
Spider-Man.
Ah.
Specifically, it's a reference to Mary Jane's first on-panel appearance.
Bye.
Back in what, 1960 something?
I think it was like the 70s.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was a wonderfully, you know, progressive depiction of a woman.
I mean, part of the reason it's iconic is because Mary Jane had been built up because she hadn't shown up off-screen for a while. But she was just this off-screen presence who was, I think, either the niece or the daughter of Aunt May's neighbor. And when she's finally introduced, it's she looks and acts very differently from how the readers had been led to believe she was. It's a hell of a way to establish a character, basically.
Damn it.
You're suffering from a success mill.
It's rained so much. Been searching all along.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, honey.
Hopefully it'll stop soon. Oh? Hmm.
You have no idea.
That's half true.
I mean, look, simpleton isn't correct, but the rest,
Shit.
Something, something, integrity and journalism, something, something.
You mean that it's completely missing and has been for quite some time?
Well, it's not completely missing, just mostly missing.
Damn it.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Right, this... Well, this is going. Not sure if I'd call it going well, but it's certainly going.
It's going, but is it gone?
Unfortunately not. If it was gone, I'd never have to talk to her again.
Well then.
Do you want me to pay for her?
Might as well.
Hey,
I can't, because I'm waiting to get fucking Kawakami's thing, which I can't get until we go back to school. Okay, thank God. I got worried there. Actually, is there anyone else? That's just gonna be Kasumi, isn't it? Yeah. Alright. No, not that one. That one.
Is school finally open again?
No. Still firmly on holiday.
well,
Ugh.
thank you.
No, he's suspicious
He
as
is
fuck.
super sus.
He is sus as fuck.
Yes.
Look, if an emergency meeting got called right now, he'd be the one I'd be pointing the finger at.
Mm-hmm.
It seems.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Errant truck, you say?
No.
Look, there are so many isekais out there. I'm sure he's the star in one of them.
I wouldn't be too shocked, honestly.
I mean, he probably
If only that
was.
could be used to describe most people in that profession.
Mhm.
You know, I know people like to joke about lawyers being evil, but, like, some lawyers are more evil than others. And I wouldn't put public prosecutor on nearly the same level as, say, a corporate defense attorney.
But yes. Yes.
I mean, I'm thinking about it. I think the reason why Ann and Makoto's social links don't feel great is because it feels like these little subplots are inserted in to try and keep up, you know, the drama or something like that, you know. Instead of it just being a, you know, self-reflection thing, which is what is set up early on.
I mean, it's definitely another factor to keep in mind would be like those extra drama things don't feel like they are really necessary for.
Well, no, because they're tacked on. They're absolutely
exactly.
tacked on. I mean, I was just thinking that in the last bit for Ann, like, her social link started with her wanting to be strong, and now it's become some fucking feud with another model, and like, Ann tried to tie it back to being strong, but it felt forced.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I think there is something to be said for Makoto's of, you know, it's her trying to figure out, you know, what's the right path for herself, and it's, you know, and she's being tested with that through the stuff with Eiko, but again, it doesn't work massively well. I mean, part of that is probably because fucking, the dude is such a shithead. That, like, it's not really a choice.
Yeah, it'd be much more like
Actually,
noteworthy if it were like a case of, hey, this guy is much more sullen how sus as fuck he is.
I mean, even, you know, a case of, you know, he's suspicious but he's not actually a bad dude sort of thing.
Yeah.
thank you.
I don't
very
know.
much.
You know, I just... Yeah, it just doesn't work.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, one could argue it's a case of spotting injustice and preventing it from happening. But, again, it's... God damn it, Eiko.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous, wouldn't it? Yeah, okay.
Okay, that's a reasonable argument.
Yeah, no, I know it's a joke, but
Yeah, sure. Pretending, sure. Definitely.
All right then.
So, Mill, I don't know if you suffer from this the same as I do, but I have a bad habit of acquiring new pieces of media when I already have a massive backlog as it is. And then not getting started on any of that backlog. Because I also procrastinate like a fucking monster.
I mean, here's the thing, you know, I procrastinate on anime, you procrastinate on other stuff.
Yes. You're all procrastinatorial here in this chat. Anime is one of the few things I'm good at keeping up with, if I'm being honest. I believe Taba. She can do it.
I have to agree with Makoto.
Then again, I also believe I can fly, and oh boy, the last few times I've tried that, it hasn't gone well.
Have you ever seen the movie Kick-Ass?
Yes.
That opening scene will stay with me forever. Oh hey, why?
Yeah, but I think we can finish Taurus. Oh no, we can't finish Taurus yet. But I think this is...
Alright, because it's not Sunday.
Let's look. What are we on for it? For, Torah. No, we can't finish Taurus.
Do it. That'll be your third link finished, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
But yeah, funny story about I believe I can fly.
A weekly magazine reported that Kuramoto was the real culprit in the fund's misappropriation case.
As a kid, I would jump off, not high things, but you know, stuff that was off the ground, probably taller than I was, saying I believe I can fly and flapping my arms. I do mean like fairly young kid.
When I was a child, I was definitely afraid of heights, so I would never have done that.
I think it was my way to try and not be afraid of heights.
Not an easy task.
I don't know. Either way, because I'm not, you know, a bird, it never worked.
No shit.
Old man Kuramoto will likely
Eventually,
be forced
somebody
to
did tell
retire
me
from
that the
the
reason birds can fly is because their bones are hollow, and my bones are not hollow.
The police can't do anything because it was 20 years ago. But he has a moral obligation. I hear his grandson Benzo resigned from the party as well. It could be due to Matsushita's influence, or perhaps it's just the party's way of atoning. Now it's all up to me and my abilities.
When's your speech gonna start, Tyranosuke? We can't wait!
To think that people would be excited to hear me speak. The article mentioned I didn't want the real culprit to be named, even though I knew who it was. Apparently, people admire me for having quietly accepted a false charge for 20 years.
Do you think there's a way to get the admiration without having to wait the 20 years? Like, what's the minimum on that, do you think?
30 years, obviously.
I didn't intend for any of this to happen, though. I appreciate that someone like you, who's been watching me so closely, would say such a thing. I've struggled for the past 20 years. But I can put that all behind me after the election. Oh, look at the time. I should get started. Today will be the last day I'll request help from a phantom thief.
A what now?
I don't intend to meddle.
You're doing a bad job at it.
Everything I've told you has been based on assumptions. But if you're still willing to listen,
Okay.
then I think you should focus on your work. Because the time is now.
You know, we couldn't have timed this better. Considering there's the whole, you know, cleanse thing happening in the next 2 days. This lines up
Can't
very
think of
well.
anything else to teach you. You are now an expert on giving speeches. I taught you all I know about the art of public speaking, in return for you supporting a guy like me.
Why did I misread that as a gay like me?
Mel, you're
And over time,
you're suffering from yellow brain
became
rot.
Someone who shared my beliefs.
I mean, I saw that there's a Boys Love anime airing in summer, I think. And had
I think
like...
there's one next season too.
I think there is one
That
next
was a-
season, but this one was summer, I'm fairly sure. And like, I looked at the character designs and I just went, these feel like the 6 most stereotypically like gay anime designs ever.
I'm gonna have to look
Thanks
this
to
up now.
you,
Let me see if I can
overcome
find
my
it.
crisis these last few months.
Okay.
It was a Crunchyroll article.
Oh yeah, my favorite yaoi anime, Tower of God.
Road of politics. Thinking of you. But if you ever find yourself in harm's way on your journey, I will be there to help you.
Twilight Out of Focus.
Okay.
We'll be comrades.
Like, seriously, look at those 6 designs and tell me they're not stereotypically gay anime designs.
I'm looking for it right now.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou
As said, they
hast
put,
turned a vow into a blood oath.
They put an article up about it
Saigon's vow
yesterday.
Hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the sun, granting thee
Oh, okay.
infinite power.
Oh yeah, this looks super yaoi. That could be handy, actually.
I'm not forming any contracts with Shadows, though.
I know. It's much handier on first runs than it is on subsequent runs. A lot of his other social link stuff is very useful, though.
Taurus Guy does have a useful social link.
Yeah. The most useless social link by far is, you know, oh yeah.
All right.
Which doesn't exactly endear me to her.
Do I have Ashura? I think I do.
I'm sure you will
I
accomplish
did finish
everything you set out
Taurus
to do.
on my first playthrough. But yeah, so you've got, from left to right, you've got Suspenders gay, Long Hair gay, Jumper gay, Normal Uniform gay, like Delinquent
Cardigan gay.
looking gay, and Dyed Hair gay.
Thank you for everything. All right. It's time to begin.
Like, those feel
Oh,
like...
I know you're going to...
Those feel like the 6 most, you know, common types of gay in anime.
I cut my
Oh
day
god
short
damn
so
it,
I
Mal.
can watch this,
Why do you
know?
keep doing this?
What?
They've shuffled it over to the spring, even though that's 2 weeks out.
Oh.
To do. I met a certain young man. Through a method that differs from mine, he was trying to reform the world.
What are you saying about was?
As you know, that is a very large mountain to cross. Unfortunately, I am unable to travel the same path as him.
Ain't no mountain high enough.
However, I will not say goodbye. Because we will surely meet at the peak. He is desperately doing what
Oh
he
yeah,
is
it's
We'll meet again at the summit. Oh no, that's a death flag!
Yuji's Yuji's birthday either today or tomorrow.
Oh, that's fun.
I think it might be tomorrow because it generally is.
So I encourage
Generally, when
all
you start getting birthday art posted, the birthday is the next day because of Japan's time zones.
Yeah.
and I will support you.
Just be careful around magma people, Yoshida.
I aspire to do.
Way to go, Taranosuke!
I think it's also Sabo's birthday.
Oh, neat.
I believe in you!
Do you think Sabo will end up fighting Akainu as his final opponents?
That would be pretty fitting.
That's why I say that. Because I think Luffy's kind of surpassed where Akainu would be at this point.
Luffy's got too many opponents.
Yeah. You're not wrong there.
I think it would be a good fight between them. I just don't think it's likely to happen.
Yeah, Oda has a lot of other stuff he wants to do.
Not to mention, like, I feel like it would be more embarrassing for Akainu if he doesn't even get near Luffy.
Yes.
Who knows? Maybe Akainu will just be jobbed by Blackbeard.
That'd be too anticlimactic, honestly.
Isn't today our deadline for dealing with Medjed? Futaba's still asleep too. This won't be good.
Hey. There's
So-
something I came to do. Today's the day Wakaba passed. I do this every year. Here, I've got a cup for you too. Futaba reminds me so much of her mother. She's a smart girl. Doesn't just go with the flow either. Wakaba, your work and your kid were so fulfilling for you. Why'd you have to die so suddenly?
Because Shido and his cronies are a bunch of
Never mind. You
fuckwads.
saw me
Yeah.
talking to that prosecutor. I mean, that woman in the suit, right? I remember you were real bothered by it. She might come back, so I guess I should tell you about it. That woman was trying to get information on Wakaba's research out of me.
Oh ho.
That's what we heard in the palace.
I'm
I don't
shocked.
need to know
Shocked,
what
I
the research
say.
was about. Just know there was some trouble around it. Obviously, Wakaba got dragged into that as well.
Oh yeah. So
They ruled her death as suicide.
a couple of days ago, I was listening to a podcast that was ranking MCU movies.
Mm-hmm.
Doubts. Could she have been killed?
I mean, it's gotten me interested in watching at least the, Infinity Saga MCU stuff again. But it also got me
Supposedly,
thinking about
people are willing to take her research and use it for their own benefit.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
What about it?
I mean, I think part of the reason it didn't do as well as Ragnarok is that Loki wasn't there.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that somewhere.
I think I mentioned it in our Discord, but it came into my head again. Like, Loki is such an integral part of Thor's story at that point.
Yeah. And Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth have fucking fantastic chemistry.
They really do. They manage to, back and forth with each other so well. But it's also really interesting to compare Ragnarok and Love and Thunder, not just in that sense of, oh, Loki's not there, but also in a sort of story progression sense, because it's quite similar.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't told.
A lot of similar plot beats, a lot of,
Any more trouble?
the whole, villain is like, basically a god
It
slayer
sounded like she
who
had suspicions of her own based on what she
slaughters
said in the
gods,
past.
but unfortunately, in the case of Love and Thunder's big bad, Gore, you don't see him doing a lot of it on screen, unlike with Hela, who had that memorable rampage through Asgard.
I mean, even then, I feel like because, Hela is still a part of, Norse mythology, she is just that little bit more established.
Well, the thing is, Gore the God Butcher was part of, like, a really good storyline in the comics, apparently, but,
No,
like...
I know, because one of the guys on the podcast was mentioning and that Gore was one of their favorite villains. And that's why they were so disappointed when he was fucked over by the movie.
It was right before.
What a waste of a perfectly good Christian Bale.
She told me. I think I might.
I mean,
die.
Christian Bale did the best he could with what he got, but
Exactly.
but add another,
I'm about thinking it was just
good
a joke.
actor who has unfortunately been
If I
wasted in
just
the
took it
MCU.
seriously.
That's a very long list.
Yeah.
Fortunately, most of it was confined to, like, Phase 1 and a bit of Phase 2, but, like,
She went through
it's come up in Phase 4 and 5 again. A little
such
bit
heartless
here and
acts,
there.
Just yelled at the poor girl.
Anyone who yells at a
How do you
a
heal
kid whose
emotional
parent
scars?
just died is a monster.
Of course. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry for asking, but I'm sorry I don't have an answer for you.
Futaba.
Sup?
Yo.
Welcome to the land of the living.
It's cold.
It's been sitting there for quite some time.
Huh?
You can't sell this.
I wasn't going to.
Never mind that. How did you get here?
I walked.
I walked?
You're okay?
Mr. Phantom Thief, has Sojiro gone crazy while I've been asleep? Or is he just dumb?
Very worried.
Is that
I don't know if
bad?
that qualifies as dumb.
That's not it. I'm just shocked to see you out of the house.
But yeah, I mean,
Depression is a real motherfucker.
yeah.
And with the help of my friends, I beat the shit out of it.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's how it normally works, but that's what happened.
I mean, what I also found interesting about this guys' list was it's not completely the same, but it's remarkably similar to our list.
I'm not too shocked. We don't have exactly the hottest takes on the quality of
Sorry I
MCU
worried
movies.
you.
Like, for the most part, if our rankings are not the same, then they are at least within one rank.
Makes sense. Aw, he's all emotional.
It's all right.
I mean, the only really wild one that I thought that I saw was that they put Ragnarok in fucking B.
That is an S-ranked movie, sir.
By the way, what's the date today?
21st of August.
It's the 21st.
I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, that's it. Let's take care
Just
of
so
it now.
casual about it.
Come.
Yeah. I mean, she can be casual because she knows she can do it in 5 minutes.
Also, Futaba has a lot better fashion sense than you'd expect from someone who holes in their room all the time.
But yeah, the 4 S-rank movies that they had were Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, Infinity War, and No Way Home.
Good list. Good list.
They then had a lot in A.
Yeah, there are a lot of good MCU movies. There's also a lot of mediocre ones, unfortunately. I imagine C tier also had several entries.
No. A tier was definitely the most populated of the list.
Makes sense.
Medjed.
So that had...
Cook them.
A tier had 10, B tier 5, C tier 6, D tier 1, and E tier 2.
Huh, okay. Maybe I'm just misremembering the number of MCU movies.
Violent
To be fair,
much?
that's not actually at the end of the list. Because I took a screenshot of it so I could compare with our list, and I took it at Love and Thunder, which I believe we did ours just before that.
We did ours earlier than that, yeah.
Hey, Futaba.
And we also included the
I don't have
TV
much time
shows.
left. Are you sure
We
you
did,
So I don't
yeah.
think these guys...
No, they didn't, because so the podcast was for the reaction channel that I watch, and they've already done like
The kitty talked?
a big ranking for all of the shows they've reacted to, which included the
Is this a
MCU
dream?
shows.
I'm going
Did any of the MCU shows go on E or F tier?
I don't remember. I would have to go and check. They have a lot of shows.
It is not a dream. Get up. Say.
He's a talking cat.
Right.
Just taken in stride.
Now hurry it up.
See if I can find it.
I guess it doesn't matter. Let's get cracking.
Because I don't think I've watched any of the MCU shows that are actually, like, outright irredeemably awful. I think there's only one that people consider that bad.
You're just tapping away over there. Are you sure this will work?
And do you know what it is?
Do I?
Secret Invasion.
Oh, yeah. So they had Secret Invasion. Where do they have Secret Invasion? Oh, that's down in D.
That tracks.
Hey.
Probably the only redeeming factors are, like, Samuel L. Jackson's performance and some of the other leads.
Yeah.
I don't think she can hear me. Talk about intense concentration.
So they only have 2 shows each in E and F.
This place is so messy. I'm
But
surprised
do
you
tell.
focus at all.
F is Heroes Reborn, and then Inhumans, which I believe is a Marvel show, but from the era before the Disney Plus shows.
Yes, it is pre,
Clean your room a bit.
yeah.
And then E is Titans and Iron Fist.
She's
Iron
not
Fist is
listening.
also bad. That is the only, like, Netflix MCU show I didn't even finish a season of.
Oh well. Just waiting around is boring. Let's clean the place up.
Meanwhile, up in S from
It
MCU
looks a little
stuff,
better now, don't
or Marvel stuff at the very least. I think the only thing they've got from Marvel in there is...
Loki, right?
No, it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, okay.
Loki is an A.
I mean, Loki should be an A, at
I'm done on our
least.
end. Are you finished yet?
What about, what's it? Some of the other Disney Plus shows.
Let me see. So Moon Knight is an A. I think that's the only other Disney Plus show in A. In
I'm
terms
surprised
of
WandaVision didn't make that.
other Marvel stuff, they've got
Or Daredevil, for that matter.
Legends of Tomorrow. Marvel or DC?
That's DC, but
DC.
that one's a good one.
They've also got Punisher in A.
Wait, is Daredevil not an A?
No, Daredevil is an A. My bad. Yeah, Daredevil's an A. Missed that.
I was gonna say, yeah. But That's white the snub if it's not.
No, it's definitely in there. From other comic stuff, Peacemaker is also an A.
Makes sense from what I've heard of it.
Let's see. Falcon and Winter Soldier is in B. Hawkeye is in B. What if is in B.
Is WandaVision in B?
WandaVision is in C.
Wow, that is harsh.
I'm fairly sure one of the guys on the who were taking part in the rankings, because they're doing it like we do. They're less doing it like we do, because we sort of like discuss and come to compromises. They just do they give their individual rankings and then like average it out.
Oh wow, someone had an F then, huh?
So I think one of them really didn't like it, and that brought it down a lot.
Wow. Well, they're entitled to their wrong opinion.
I mean, also in C, which is kind of amusing to me, is Vinland Saga. Though they haven't watched Season 2 yet.
Wow. I don't think even Season 1 deserves to be in C, though. Like, at the very least, it'd be like a B+ or an A, in my opinion.
I find it funny because
C is harsh.
I find it funny because genuinely in the comments, I feel like that's the one that people get the pissiest about.
I'm not shocked.
She-Hulk is in B.
Oh, nice. Good for them. Good for her, rather.
I did actually, I haven't actually watched the full episodes, but I've watched their, like, cut-down reaction to the 2 Wong episodes. I love Wong.
Wong is great.
Wong is currently my favorite thing about the MCU.
I don't blame you.
Also, I only just found this out today. His actor is British?
What's up?
His actor is from Lancashire! That's
so funny.
It's like a county over from where I grew up.
That is very funny.
I only found out when I found a fucking Instagram reel of him talking about what video games he plays. And then suddenly this fucking Lancashire accent comes out of him, like, what the fuck?
It's finished.
Do they have any other anime on their list?
Oh, they got a ton of anime on their list. They watch a lot of anime.
What is?
S tier, unfortunately, Attack on Titan is in there. I can't.
That makes me think that their opinion isn't really as valid as it would be otherwise.
I'm not holding that one against them.
I am.
I mean, they've got Cowboy Bebop, Fruits Basket, Gurren Lagann, Haikyuu, Hunter x Hunter, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Steingate, and Mob Psycho in there, in S, from anime.
Oh, okay.
So clean. Why?
So they do occasionally have an L take then.
Yeah, look, I said they've got enough like opinions that I'm like, okay, no, they've got some like actually good opinions that I'm like, I'll let them have the occasional bad one.
Not everyone's going to have all good opinions all the
Did you
time.
really take care of Medjed?
There's always someone who's going to have like, well, everyone's going to have at least one L take every now and then.
Makes you feel any better? They also watched DBZA for the channel, and they put that in A.
I handled
But
that.
what kept it from
Someone else
S?
handled my room.
Not sure.
I don't understand, but this is good.
I mean, it was also sort of early on, but I can't remember because they did this 2 years ago.
Did they have One Piece?
Here's the thing: as an April Fool's, they're watching one episode of One Piece a year.
Oh my god, that's great. They will never catch up.
No, of course they won't. Of course they won't, and they know that. But because they basically just watch one episode of something a week, they know they're never going to catch up anyway.
Wow, yeah.
So they'd rather just do the jape of doing it one a year. And like they did say for this year's, ranking the new shows and going back and ranking stuff, old stuff that had new episodes this year, said, do you think we've watched enough of, we're up to what, episode 6 of One Piece now? Do you think we've watched enough to give it a ranking yet? Nah, it's fine.
Well, it looks like it's been taken care of. I guess we should get home and sleep too.
But they are watching the live action, so they'll be able to rank that next year.
Nice. Oh, next year, not this year?
No, because I think they have finished watching it now technically, because they go like 4 episodes ahead for people on Patreon that pay a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Pay like 20 quid or so, or $20 or something like that to get reactions 4 weeks ahead. To be fair, I pay them $10 so that I can get their full reaction, not the cut down ones for YouTube.
Mm.
That's something that they do that I quite like, is that what they do is they just upload themselves and then they have you, open up the episode another window and sort of watch along like that.
Hmm.
So you still get the full reaction, but, they don't get done by copyright.
So they MST it.
Yeah. But yeah, are there any other shows you want me to give you the ranking for?
What other anime did they watch that wasn't an S tier? Or other like A tier stuff?
Yeah. Let's see. Going from the bottom. I mean, Vinland Saga is one of their lowest rated or lowest ranked anime. They do quite like anime. So in B tier, this is one I did disagree with a little bit. They've got Assassination Classroom.
That should be an A at least.
They've also got Pokemon Generations, I believe that is, and Pokemon Ultimate Journeys. They've got One Punch Man, OG Naruto. Let's
should be in the clear
see,
now, right?
Code Geass, Demon Slayer, and Dragon Ball Super.
Those all make sense as B tiers.
Oh, and Promised Neverland.
I feel like some of these are brought down by second seasons.
Promised Neverland, they've been told not to watch the second season, and so they were like... okay, if we've been told to do that, I feel like we have to bring it down a whole letter grade.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And they joked about saying for every year that we don't watch the second season, we're bringing down another letter grade. But they said it was a joke. It was a joke, to be fair. But
yeah, that would be a bit too harsh.
That would be harsh, but to be honest, from that first season, wouldn't blame them. Or second season, sorry, wouldn't blame them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
The second season is
bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
You don't need to tell me, I know.
Rise! Hey,
Rise. How you doing?
Anime they've got in A tier, Berserk, Death Note, Dr. Stone, Fate Zero, I believe that is.
Ooh, Fate Zero's a good one.
Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero, ReZero, Chainsaw Man, Edge Runners, Shippuden, unfortunately, Spy Family, and
honestly, I would have switched around OG Naruto and Shippuden.
Yeah.
Spy Family being up there is good, though.
I need to go search this out, but one of the guys actually cosplayed him and his family as, you know, Floyd, Yor, and Anya. So,
Oh, that's adorable.
as I said, I need to go find that. So, also of interest, they've got Avatar, Last Airbender, and Gravity Falls up in A. Korra is in... No, sorry. Gravity Falls and Avatar is up in S. Korra is in A.
As they should be.
Yeah, Korra's in A.
Oh, nice.
Which, yeah, I'm glad they enjoyed it.
I think Korra would at worst be B tier, but I would put it in A personally. I know some people would, who are, you know,
yeah,
tasteless, would put it lower. But...
Yeah, from what I've seen of Korra, there's a lot of stuff that I like the idea of. I just know that Korra didn't exactly, you know, execute it well. And it's not...
I would not label it a perfect series by any stretch of the imagination.
And that it's not entirely, you know, the series' fault.
Yeah. Oh no, it was 100% the production.
Yeah.
Like, or the
So you're finally up.
You know what I mean.
Don't slack off just because you're on summer vacation.
Yo, you look tired.
We've made ourselves at home.
Late last night, it was discovered that someone has tampered with the hacker group.
They also
Megid's
have
website.
House of the Dragon or Hot D in A.
Nice.
They like saying...
Where's Game of Thrones?
Yeah, Game of Thrones is B. But yeah, they like putting the Hot D in A.
The site's main page now does more so the personal information of a Japanese man, a possible Megid member, was illegally publicized.
Rip.
Aren't these the guys?
Walk around and find out.
Yeah.
Megid has yet to issue an official reply. Furthermore, their previously announced cleanse of Japan has remained unimplemented for now. Some speculate that they have taken this series of events seriously and ultimately canceled their plan.
Ms. Marvel is in C.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I like that one.
I think they liked a lot about it, but just thought that it'd gotten a bit muddled, focused on the wrong stuff, and didn't need the big fight that apparently ended it.
I can kind of see that, but I don't think that's really enough to drag it down to C.
Well, stop it. You're gonna drive away all my customers.
What customers? The place is empty apart from us.
After
We
the
are your
commercial break,
customers.
We will be asking
Yeah.
guests from various fields about this turn of events.
But there ain't any customers.
Damn it, we agreed with Ryuji.
Can it?
Broken clock.
Customers are on summer vacation too.
They've also got Brooklyn Nine-Nine and A.
Good.
Oh crap, I just realized our break's almost over.
Shit, I was gonna quibble about something, but I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, I'm surprised Game of Thrones is as high as it is, despite, you know, the ending.
I think because they obviously did get a lot of enjoyment out of the first, 6 or so seasons, and still liked elements of 7 and to a lesser extent 8.
Oh, did you just get up?
We get no respect in this house.
Good morning.
It seems
People.
suspicious of us.
Hey, why don't we go upstairs? If any customers come, she'll be even more afraid.
Why don't you go with them, Futaba? Have fun. It's about time my regulars show up anyway, so I don't want you guys loitering around my store.
Loiter.
The fact that there were no damages due to the hacker's actions is but an afterthought. The issue
Hey, fuck
I
this
want to
guy.
make clear is the attitude of the police, and more importantly, the government.
Even Sojiro doesn't like him.
Yeah,
What do you
that
mean?
makes him super sus.
Are they doing their best to find an effective countermeasure against these phantom thieves? Is it not the government's duty to create a society where its citizens can live without worry? Unfortunately, the current cabinet is powerless. As such, they should be disbanded. I believe now is the time for me to risk my political career in hope of making a new reality.
Yeah,
yes, risk your political career.
Disband it.
That's what you're risking.
Disband it, and then Torinosuke can get into power. That's definitely what's going to happen, right?
That's what should happen.
Yeah.
A new political system that goes beyond parties or factions. An ideal country of peace and order.
This politician seems quite promising.
Ah, come on.
It's always the elderly.
They always get suckered in.
Always taken in my fucking populists.
I agree.
Fucking demagogues.
Work to ease the anxieties of the elderly.
Who gives a shit about the anxieties of the elderly? You're gonna be dead soon. I'm just gonna give the system a moment to see if it's gonna, you know, die.
Yeah. Probably good, yeah.
Oh. Yep, there we go.
It went kaput?
It went kaput.
Of rip.
Sigh. There we go.
We'll be right back, folks.
Alright, there we go.
So the Phantom Thieves only stole the heart of Futaba Sakura? And Mejid was in turn defeated by her real-world hacking abilities?
Yep.
This does correlate
What?
with the facts as we know them.
Oh, right, yeah, the thing went down for you as well. Sorry, I completely forgot. There you go. Yeah, we're back talking to Sai again.
Right.
If he's telling the truth, then Wakaba Ishiki didn't commit suicide.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Did a third party target her life with the goal of destroying her research? Wakaba's death was 2 years ago. That also coincides with when the incident started occurring. Does this other metaverse user that Madarame and Kaneshiro mentioned really exist?
Perhaps.
Earlier, I briefly mentioned about those psychotic breakdown incidents that have alarmed the public. All of a sudden, people will lose consciousness or become violent. A situation as incomprehensible as that can't be explained away as troubled social conditions. I suspect that these cases are all connected to a larger, man-made plot. The method involved always muddled the explication, but your story has virtually confirmed its viability. Although I wouldn't have expected a new criminal to come to light from your testimony.
Yeah, funny that.
What did your group think of this other metaverse user? How self-centered of you.
Eat shit.
The Phantom Thieves tamper with people's hearts without asking consent. How is that different?
Because we're not actually hurting anybody!
We are literally making them see the error of their ways and confess their crimes. And all of them are criminals. Or, you know, not being actually pursued by the law.
Yeah.
Or at least being pursued ineffectively.
Like... we are literally not hurting people. I mean, to be fair, this is after Okumura, so I guess, but still, fuck you!
So get off your high horse before you get saddle sore.
So just going back to the group's MCU rankings. So when they did it was, I think just as Black Panther 2 was coming out. So they
matter how you thought of them, there
basically
can be no
stopped
doubting your
before
resolve.
then. So they ended up putting Thor: Love and Thunder in D. Then they also ranked Werewolf by Night, which they put in A.
Werewolf by Night is really
Because of
good.
You or someone else. Either way, I will get to the bottom of this.
Honestly, the funniest part about romancing Makoto is just the thought of at some point during this talk telling Sai, "Oh yeah, by the way, I banged your sister." Moving on.
Yeah.
Now, let's move on to your next crime. Kunikazu Okumura. You should know who he is, considering what happened. Your testimony regarding this incident will be serious. I'm sure you understand why.
Maybe.
But yeah, so I've said the one that I think is weirdly low from their rankings. The one that I thought was a little weirdly high was Iron Man 3 in A.
Iron Man 3 is a very divisive movie, not necessarily a movie that's yeah.
I mean, where did we put it in the end?
I think we put it in B.
We did put it in B, yeah.
To think, the cognitive version of a person would transform into such a horrible monster and attack us. That means our enemies aren't limited to shadows.
I thought the other people were just victims, like the slaves at the castle or the walking ATMs.
But unsurprisingly, they have Iron Man 2 and Thor: The Dark World in E.
Yeah, that tracks.
Part of the backdrop. In other words, the palace ruler determines the form
also
and
with
strength of
Love and Thunder in D is Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, I don't think deserves to go that low.
I mean, I think we put it in like C.
Yeah, because it's average. It's not terrible. Like, saying it's terrible is excessively harsh in my opinion.
To be fair, that's not saying it's terrible necessarily. Just lower than average.
She was looking into that cognitive science stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, they had an F tier that they just didn't put anything in the end.
True.
Abusive cognitive science can lead
I didn't realize that until you told me that, but
yeah,
makes sense.
Considering the cognitive aspect, I sense a strong connection between it and the metaverse. On top of that, the research might have been stolen and used by someone else.
You mean those guys that showed Futaba-chan the fake suicide note?
I mean, the way they've done rankings is also quite interesting and maybe something I'm going to investigate doing for us. Because instead of using something like Tier Maker, they just have like the background that has the ranks and then they just insert images of the, titles into them.
Oh yeah, I know OSP did something like that.
People are unforgivable.
Hey, Futaba, is there anything else you can remember?
Well, she remembers how to walk.
She is quite difficult.
No, she's just hungry.
Come on, no fair.
Hey, can I snag a bite? Meanie.
Who's the younger of you two, Ryuji?
Every single member of this group is a glutton except for Makoto.
Even if Futaba is
to be fair, Yusuke is just because he doesn't get enough to eat in general.
Yeah, he's a starving artist.
The one who taunted the Phantom Thieves was a guy in Japan. I knew the Medjed members in Japan weren't anything special, so I wasn't worried. How do you know that? Because I'm the founder.
That's a hell of a casual bomb to drop.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Should we take that literally?
How would you take it metaphorically?
Yep, it was only me at first, back when I was referred to as the hacker of justice. But since I stayed
How
anonymous,
old were
lots of
you?
guys from all over the world started using the name.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer for, Jack.
And those were the ones committing cybercrimes.
It was a hassle to expose all
Like,
of them,
I'm not
so I just
sure,
left them be.
do we know how old Futaba was when her mum died?
No, I don't think it's stated.
Well, depending on how far back it is, you know, she might not be as innocent as she was portrayed in her mind.
So Futaba was the true Medjed, and we were freaking out over some weak-ass dipshits?
In a
You
nutshell.
told us from the start, Futaba.
I discarded the Medjed name a while ago. I'm Alibaba now.
Sticking with the theme, eh?
What do you want to do now? Since you know our secret, we'd like you to join our team.
Join us. Oh, that was easy.
It feels like Brooks recruitment.
Yes.
Especially considering, you know, up until that point, every other, you know, member that had joined had taken some, you know, doing.
Yeah. And then Luffy's like, hey, join my crew. Okay.
I mean, that scene is so fucking good. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Just a perfect introduction.
Yeah.
This may
Might
even
be
ensure
one of
our
the best
investigation
introductions
of
to a
mementos
straw
goes along
hat.
smoothly.
Yeah. To be fair, all the Straw Hats have pretty memorable introductions.
Yeah. But it's just, you know, it's just all the jokes. It establishes Brooke really well. And then just, again, the comedy of, hey, join my crew. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, Futaba's real amazing.
And then when they come back, Zora's like, I trusted you two to stop him from doing something stupid. We're sorry.
Say, Futaba, how did you find out about us?
Look, we got caught up in skeletons pooping.
Secret. Where did you learn to hack? Private. When did you obtain the knife?
Secret. Is it safe?
I refuse to answer.
Futaba-chan sure is unique.
Yeah, that's the word for it.
Still, it'll be a problem if she doesn't open up to us some more.
At the very least, we need to be able to communicate normally with her.
What should we do?
Maybe try talking like she's actually in the room and not just ignoring her.
How?
First, we'll need to help her open up to us. If we each spend an entire day with her, maybe she'll get more used to being around us.
I see. We do have the time thanks to summer vacation.
We can begin tomorrow.
Gotta love summer vacay.
Let's go to the beach. There'll be tons of people there. Plus, we got totally dried out in that desert.
Yes, let's bring the agoraphobe to the beach.
That's a great
This can only go well.
I forgot I hadn't gone to the beach yet.
I don't think we should have the two least intelligent members advocating for this.
Yeah.
I'll come by tomorrow. See you then.
Makoto, we trusted you.
Let me help as well. I don't have anything planned.
Yusuke, all you've done this summer is hang out in the fucking train station or hang out here. Don't act like you've had plans this summer.
Thanks. We can set a schedule with everyone else depending on when they're free.
Okay. Can I really do this?
You can certainly try.
Because you're currently like a cat. And people like cute furry things.
Because they're cute and cuddly.
Enemy of beauty, you know.
Shut the fuck up, Akachi. That's rude.
That's just petty shit, man. Come on.
How can I stay calm about this?
Not
I
easily.
understand how you feel.
Thanks to the incident with those hackers, people are calling us incompetent.
I mean, if the shoe fits.
And on top of all that, the Phantom Thieves are claiming justice is on their side. Don't make me laugh.
Are we claiming anything at this point? We just sort of let it go. In public,
The
at
Phantom
least.
Thieves have not put out any public statements at all.
Oh no, Mishima will have, won't he? He'll have...
Mishima's not a Phantom Thief.
Yeah, but he'll have claimed victory in the name of the Phantom Thieves. And that'll have gotten around that stupid bullshit.
Either the Phantom Thieves themselves, or some avid supporter. There are no tracks whatsoever, so they must be quite skilled. Either way, the general public recognizes the Phantom Thieves as the subjugating party.
They're gaining support and influence much faster than we could have anticipated.
It is indeed an abnormal situation. I'm beginning to suspect mass manipulation of some kind. It's even possible that a powerful person is behind them, plotting the psychotic breakdowns.
Fuck you.
Akachi, you sound like that. You're doing your Pepe Sylvia thing.
It's rare to hear you speak in that tone.
For the sake of
Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia.
I won't forgive them.
You've seen that clip, right, Mill?
I don't think so.
It's from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I haven't seen a lot from that.
You have?
I haven't.
I've seen a few scattered episodes here and there. That's the only clip that I've actually seen like in full, I think,
Yeah.
besides that.
Like, I'm sure from what I've heard, it is a good show. Good to
It's
great
not
show.
for me personally.
But yeah, same. Because it's very much assholes being assholes and them getting their comeuppance from what I've heard.
Yeah, and you know, that works for some people, it does not work for me.
Yeah.
Oh, let me look up the clip and I'll send it to you.
Thus begins Futaba and Yusuke's feud, question mark?
Hey, is this really going to be okay? I'm worried about how things will be from now on.
It'll be fine.
Why is he, of all people, getting excited about this?
You know why.
Well, the news really did draw a lot of attention. I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, I posted in the chat.
Oh, hey, we can actually do something today. Soshiro!
Yes!
It's been too long, Soshiro. Alright, where's this thing? He was the third one I opened.
Nice.
Actually, might have even been the first. The way it works. I don't know.
All right then.
It's so sweet that he's trusting us with the coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
She has made a startling recovery. Making like a leaf and ask her goodbye.
Yeah.
Gasp.
Kind of wild that Sodro used to work for the government.
Hmm. Smells are a good way of bringing back memories, which can be a boon and a curse.
Mm-hmm.
Finally back to making progress on this.
All right.
The rest is on you.
Yeah, it's... yeah. Curry's a versatile enough dish that can probably do that, but yeah. Well, back to prison.
Time for trippy dreams again.
Yeah, back to prison.
Our master would like a word with you. Stand up straight and listen closely, inmate.
It seems you freed the heart of a frenzied girl and saved her from her haunted past. Another step has been taken to rehabilitation. You are progressing quite nicely.
You know, I'm still not entirely clear on how this results in rehabilitation, and what really... why I'm being rehabilitated? Like, what did I do
Don't
wrong?
worry, you'll understand in due time.
I'm going to ignore that ominous statement and move on.
Our master bestows words of praise upon you.
Well, that's fucking ominous.
By the by, more curious information has found its way to your ears. A scientist's research. It seems that world may secretly be known after all. Furthermore, that very research has been stolen and is now used by those with malicious intent. I wonder how this will change the approach you take toward your rehabilitation.
You know, I almost wish that we could get more with that research stuff, or we could have gotten more with that research stuff, because, again, depending on what the time frame is, because we might know it. I certainly don't remember. You know, we could have gotten little, you know, a few more Easter eggs for fucking past games.
Yeah.
You know, like, there being, like, little notes saying group in wherever the fuck P4 was set again, I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
Misa have a bad feeling about this.
I believe I told you we would spare no expense in cooperating with you. Allow me to grant you a new power worthy of your current self. Though you have my aid, be sure not to let your guard down, otherwise you may get swept off your feet.
Damn, rank 7.
Well, we're getting to the end of it.
All right.
Well, we're all at this palace.
Okay, so it was Wakaba was killed 2 years before the game.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right.
So yeah, you definitely could have included like stuff all the way up to P4 for that.
Yeah, because P4 took place a couple years before that.
Well, P4 took place in 2008.
And this is like, what, 2016?
Yeah, 2015, 2016.
Time to go, inmate.
Yeah, you can absolutely include like P4 and P3.
Yeah. That's the thing. You know, P4 Golden, we're using flip phones.
Yeah.
And now
I mean,
we're
Japan
on smartphones.
is also behind the times in a lot of ways.
I know,
Like,
but still. And they had like, I think they had, certainly we had a CRTV.
Yeah.
Won't help me, so fuck them.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
What is that supposed to be?
Don't worry about it.
Such avant-garde design. You have excellent taste.
Let's get started, shall we? What do you plan on doing? I'd like to simply have a normal conversation. That is the basis of true communication, after all.
I think we got the guest spot on. This is gonna be a disaster.
No, this can only go well.
You must be well versed in speaking when you are student council president.
Makoto, we've spent enough time around you to know that that's not true.
Don't think too hard about our conversation. We're just going to talk about ordinary topics today.
Fine, ordinary.
Spoken like a true neurotypical there, Makoto. Or at least somebody without anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you mean by ordinary topics?
See? Yusuke gets it.
Yusuke
You know, things like food or the weather. Well then, let's begin with food. What do you like to eat, Futaba?
Organic ones.
That wasn't exactly what I meant.
Yeah, unfortunately for Makoto, while she may be neurotypical, she's in a room with 3 neurodivergent people.
Yep.
Because Joker's definitely neurodivergent.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try a different topic. How about the weather? I heard that this heat wave is showing no sign of stopping.
Dunno, I haven't been out.
Oh, right.
Do you feel confident now, Makoto?
Makoto's getting overwhelmed. This is odd. It wasn't supposed to go like this.
Okay, maybe I was wrong. Makoto is probably neurodivergent, but still.
Look, it's a whole dysfunction junction going on
What
here.
have you been doing this whole time?
Ah, superb. Some of their heads came off when I was moving them, but I made sure to rearrange them pleasingly.
It looked like more than their heads came off.
My children! What have you done to my children?
They appear to be quite shoddily made.
They're from Phoenix Rangers Neo Featherman! No, Yellow and Pink's heads, and Red's been hacked to bits! This is all Inari's fault!
Inari?
You know, Inari sushi, the tofu things foxes eat in the old stories? What kind of fox doesn't know that?
Inari?
Oh, they were in the perfect poses too. There was so much work getting them set up just right. You wouldn't know aesthetics if it hit you in the face, Inari.
How dare you say that to me? Of all people!
He sounds so indignant.
Yeah.
Sheesh, that's not a conversation anymore. It's a full-blown argument.
I'll count it as progress.
Yeah.
I see. So their versatility allows you to recreate almost any dramatic scene you can imagine.
Mm-hmm. Victory is great for action, and Neo's got the best transforming suit. So cool.
Fascinating. Art depicts a flash of inspiration, but models offer a much different means of enjoyment.
Take a look at that. Futaba's having a regular conversation.
Would you call this regular?
No.
Seems she doesn't have a problem talking to others as long as the subject interests her.
Autistic!
Yeah.
I suppose the topics I brought up were not the right ones.
To be fair, they were fairly shitty topics, Makoto.
So this is all I gotta do? What a breeze!
In that case, we should advance to the next step. How about we have her spend time in someone else's room?
Yes. She hasn't had many chances to leave the house yet, so that would be the perfect opportunity.
Don't set the bar so high! Well, I guess in that case...
I've left Tamara to An and Ryuji.
Oh,
He'll be there as
no.
well, so you'll be okay.
This is the issue with only having one competent adult besides us in the group.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, two of the idiots are going to be left alone.
Can I wear my mask?
I think it would be best if you didn't. There's really no telling how tomorrow's going to go.
Yep, no, throwing Yusuke under that bus. Makoto, you've known us for how long? We always do our best to complicate things, because it's funny.
Yep.
Oh, this is
Lady
gonna be a
An and Ryuji
disaster.
teaming up honestly worries me. But I guess we'll see what they can do.
I agree with you for once, Morgana.
Sojiro's at 5. Chaya's 4. Y 3. We should probably go hang out with the Y.
Yeah, Y is the lowest one you have, yeah.
The guns are gonna melt.
Sure.
Good.
Why not?
Fuck it, we ball.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he didn't tell me not to say that, so I'm guessing it's fine.
Yeah, should be fine. Seems legit.
Oh yeah, I have started reading the Iruma Mafia spin-off.
Mm-hmm.
I've only gone through the first chapter, but it seems fun.
Oh, I bet it is.
Yeah.
Hendro Suda! Your arch nemesis, Mel.
Is Suda in P5?
I don't think so. I don't know if I want to look, because that man has a very long, list of credits.
I
I'll
mean,
look at it.
You could just go on, like, Wikipedia or something and then Control F.
Yeah. Well, it usually sorts by medium.
Shit. Yeah.
Nope, doesn't look like it.
Good. It'll be in 6.
All right.
Making good progress, though.
Mm-hmm.
Later.
I do quite like a wise social link, to be fair. I don't think I've ever... Did I finish it? I don't think so. It's a hard one to finish on the first playthrough just because of the initial start requirements.
Yeah. I managed to finish it, but that's because I had the guide.
I could go back and check, I guess, but...
You seem surprisingly calm. I thought you'd be more panicked.
There are no customers.
Yo!
We're here.
Boy, oh boy.
She's gone.
Sorry we're late. We were out buying stuff and I got a little caught up in what to get.
So many snacks.
On.
What exactly do you plan on doing?
Well, summer vacation's the time when you lounge around in your room all day.
Yeah, and eating snacks is the best part of that.
You're gonna get fat, you know.
Shut it!
Hey, where's Futaba?
You have done well in coming here.
Shit freaked me out. Hey, you Futaba?
Don't swear around her.
Yep. Welcome.
Why are you wearing that?
Have it?
Fair enough.
Anyway, bring it.
Not sure I get it, but let's do this.
Sheesh. Looks like today is going to be another noisy day.
You don't have to be here for this, Morgana.
Morgana is here for literally
Freaking
everything.
amazing! There were girls all over me. Wait, you don't believe a word I'm saying, do ya?
Nope.
Not at all.
It's you we're talking about here. There's no way you were ever a chick magnet.
What was that?
Agreed. As a member of the opposite sex, I sense no charm from you, Ryuji.
Plus, popular guys wouldn't go bragging about that stuff to other people.
Hey, are you even listening?
There's no point talking about wedding dresses right now. None of us have significant others.
I mean, at least you didn't use a gendered term there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm not getting married anytime soon.
Can we please talk about something else?
You know, Futaba's fine having conversations.
Yeah, she doesn't have any trouble speaking her mind. Seems totally normal to me.
Would you call what she's been saying normal?
I don't know what normal is. But if this is it, I'm happy.
I totally thought you were gonna be some weirdo, but I guess all that worrying was for nothing.
I'm relieved too. I think things should keep going smoothly at this rate. By the way, what's on the agenda for tomorrow?
How about we have her try helping around the cafe?
That's perfect! It'll be good practice to have her up in front of strangers.
Nope, nope, nope. Showing up in the shop at lunchtime will be like super crushing hard mode.
You don't have to deal with customers if you don't want to. Maybe you could dry plates in the back.
I'd be mad if you weren't.
Then it's all set. We'll be rooting for you, Futaba.
You're all gonna pay for this someday.
Maybe.
No, we need to have it in writing, just so we're clear.
Hey!
Probably a good point to save.
Yeah, I was just thinking. Let's see who's... Oh, Hifumi, that's good. And I think only... Actually, no, Sojiro's as well. No, that's Kawakami. So yeah. Yeah. We could start with Hifumi next stream.
Yep.
Okay, so that's where we're going to end. So thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. In terms of future stuff, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, as always. Please do give us a follow here on Twitch and all that YouTube stuff.
Like, subscribe if you haven't already, etc., etc. Comments and bell button.
And hopefully we will see you on Thursday. Good night.
Later.